𝗬𝗏 Taproom is the place to play indoor golf in Worcester. Featuring 5 bays with brand new 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗃 laser simulators and over 16,000 courses to choose from, including local courses, you're guaranteed to tee off comfortably on your favorite course any time of the year. 𝗬𝗏 Taproom also hosts indoor golf leagues year-round so you can grow as a player and have fun rain or shine. Great food, great drinks, and reasonable rates. Navigate to 𝗬𝗏taproom.com to book a bay today. Say hi to Todd, Doreen, and the rest of the staff. They'll be sure to take good care of you.
Great teams don't happen by chance. They're built on trust, teamwork, and people who show up when it matters. At Massive Staffing Solutions, we connect people with opportunity and businesses with reliable talent. And we're proud to support the local communities and organizations that bring people together. Massive Staffing Solutions. People first, community always.
No job is too big or too small for Worcester's best signage and display crew. Art Creative are experts in signage, banners, large format printing, vinyl lettering, and more. With work featured all over New England, they will understand your needs better than any competitor, guaranteed. If you're looking for a local business that truly cares about quality, Art Creative is here for you. Check out their Facebook page or visit them online at art-creative.com.
The command has been given, so a little bit of funny I can't believe that we cut in there. So pool party, got to get in the pool. And what can Steve do with this cannonball jump? That's a pretty good jump. He did a little flip in there.
Cannonball right in the middle.
Little dive, little swan dive action there. What can Parissi do? Not good enough.
No, not going to be in the pool. He's going to be outside, and we're going to have Steve Krikorian lead us off here in this rematch, this grudge match. Who's going to take this one?
Yeah, this is going to be a very tough game to predict. I mean, if I was thinking about the entire field of guys that we have, I would say that these guys are pretty close in terms of skill level. Steve, he travels a lot to a lot more events. He was down in Virginia Beach this past weekend. Parissi, a little bit of an unknown factor, but this guy can throw some good darts.
And I think the biggest advantage that Parissi has right now is that he is rested, and Steve literally just got off the plane today after playing 4 days down at Virginia Beach. He's played a lot of darts. The guy plays a ton, so you know how tired he can get.
Yeah, when Steve starts saying that he's tired from playing a lot of darts, that should perk your interest because the guy, he's playing 5 days a week, Nick.
Yeah, it's a lot of darts. It's a lot on your mental, not just your physical. Like if all you're doing is staring at a dartboard all day, it all starts to become mush, and you have to just. It's hard to focus.
That's all I do. I just look at dartboards. I don't even play.
And your brain is still mush.
You know it, buddy. Solid 60 there, thrown from Parissi. Aaron Jalbert in the chat saying, I'm here to see Steve Freddie play after a long weekend in Virginia Beach. Played Steve in cricket down there. Well, hope you had fun. Hopefully you won that game. Hopefully you gave him some trouble. And Marshall saying, you guys are killing it this season. Nick has leveled up big time regarding commentary. Suit on one side, the laid-back cat backwards on the other. The handsome guy to the left of me, my goodness, man.
Yeah, we got to hit both sides of the spectrum here, right? He's still trying to get me to wear a blazer.
Thank you for the, one of these days he'll dress up for the occasion, but thank you for the kind words, guys. So happy that everyone's here watching along, jumping back into the game here. Steve Krikorian, a little far back. It's a great first start, but a lot of work to do if he wants to get back in front. Are we going to see a maximum from Steve? No. The third dart goes low, but still a great visit there from Krikorian.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes Steve a couple of visits to get back into that groove. But look at Mike answering back with a trip 20 of his own, and he clatters just low. It's going to be hard to sneak another one in there. So he goes downstairs for the 137. What a visit from Mike to answer the 100 from Steve. Yeah, the 140 from Steve.
That's a great switch down. And I mean, that was very crucial in the game that Freddie had against Mike Kerrigan. If you can go down there and nail those switches, that really helps your odds and chances as the game develops. So the 60 from Steve Krikorian, not going to put him within range. So a big advantage here for Parissi, to potential opening leg break, excuse me.
Finds the trip 20 with his first dart, and he doesn't find the second one to leave 24. But with 64 left, he's going to leave himself 48. So Steve stranded on 196, 48 remaining.
So I think the phrase is stranded on 196 Island with no way home.
Is that your saying?
That's my saying. That's what I said all of last season. There's no way you can build a boat. It's kind of like Castaway. 48 now for Parissi, looking to find 16 for double 16 now, 2 darts in hand. Oh, needs to walk it upstairs for double 8. Can't get it done. Pulls it inside. So Steve Krikorian outside 1-5-1 opportunity now.
Yeah, needs to find a treble with both of his first 2 darts. Needs the trip 20. No, he goes down for the 19 first, and he's not going to find it. The 3 is not going to cut it. So all he can do is kind of try to put a little pressure. Might consider going over the 18s. And he does. So 41 scored to leave 110, but Mike's getting 3 darts at this 8.
Yeah, and I mean, he should convert here. I don't think he's going to find too much trouble. Again, you don't want to have double trouble early on, especially after doing so well in the scoring department, but it's all coming down to this last dart now. Can't find it, pulls it just inside. Maybe a little bit of flight action there, but it's Steve Krikorian now 110, and this is how it was in the play-in. These guys were neck and neck. It was a close game.
Yeah, you got to be able to hit your doubles and convert, but that's the problem with going at the trip 20 with your first dart. If you hit the 1 or the 5, you don't have a finish. Finds the trip 19 with the second dart, all he can do is lay up. Wants to leave himself handy. 58 scored for 52 left. Should throw a 12 or a 20. Can't make a decision. Splits the difference and finds a 5.
Yeah, and now Parissi, he wants this break. He wants it bad. Going downstairs. Double 2, 2 more darts in hand. Oh, what a well-wide dart that was. Going upstairs now in the double 1. The Madhouse continues to be a pesky problem for all dart players everywhere. Steve Krikorian, 47. Probably going to go the 15 way here. Looking like he's lining it up. Finds the big 15. So this is just for a hold or throw. It hasn't been convincing. Wants to get it done, and he does. And Parissi is going to be kicking himself knowing that he had, 6 darts for a potential break there.
Yeah, that was a tough way for that leg to go, but Mike's got to bounce back, find his scoring again, because he scored well in that leg. Just the doubling was eluding him. Keep the dart straight, find the tons. And he goes downstairs because he was blocked on that. Yeah, and he isn't able to pick up a big visit here, so Steve's going to have a chance.
Yeah, Parissi, he won't be too disappointed knowing that, okay, I had a really good look at a break, and yeah, I'm mad that I didn't convert on it, but I didn't get broken. I'm just letting Steve know it's a shot across the bow. Great third dart there from Steve that, you know what, hey, if you don't hit your doubles, I'm going to give you a lot of problems this game. And sometimes just setting that tone, setting that standard, that's enough. Parissi looking to try and find 1 dart in this triple bed here. Can't do it, goes high. So maybe a little bit of that scoring prowess we saw in the opening leg might be evaporating.
And those are chances that Mike needs to take, because Steve is not a guy that's going to give you all of these chances. Steve is a guy that has played enough darts that if you give him shots to come back and win legs, he's going to win them. As you saw, he was given a chance to battle back off of not super high scoring, but he was able to win the leg.
Yeah, now Mike just looking to keep on drilling some points here. Second dart goes outside of the bed. Might be a breakfast, might be, nope, it's just a 41. But the scoring is not sticking around for Parissi. A little bit of trouble here. Steve Krikorian looking to go a little bit higher. Might be too high, moving away from the bed. I like the switch there. Can't find the big switch, but finds the 59. We're just reading the chat here. 𝗫𝗀𝗛𝗏 says, yeah, I won. It was a great match, and Freddie and I took second place in men's doubles cricket. Good job, man. That's a tough field of competitors down there, and Freddie is a hell of a partner to play with. Great darts from Mike. Tough third dart. And Lola just says, woot.
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 Hell yeah.
And Mike finds a big visit, but Steve is still going to be in control in the leg, especially after finding a trip 20 with his first dart. And he's just wide, but he should have a lane to find another one. No, well, find another one he did, but not going to be the visit he wanted after finding a trip 20 with his first dart.
Yeah, and I think this is where Steve really needs to make sure that he keeps himself in check. Doesn't let the frustration start to settle in. Steve is a little bit more of an animated player. He makes his frustrations known. If you're playing against him, if he's starting to struggle, he lets you know about it. He's still in command here. It's still very early on in the game. Don't let the game control you. Parissi still has a lot of work to do, and you can confirm this as well as anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, darts is all a mental game. How much you show is up to you, and how much your opponent uses it is up to them. But only a 40 scored from Steve. So after taking a pretty commanding lead in this leg, he's only going to have a little bit of a gap right now, as technically Parissi could find a finish here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, but the gap is still not to the point where it's unmanageable. Parissi just looking to try and drop it in, can't get it done. So again, the scoring came out swinging, but just needs to try and find it again.
Yeah, Steve, got to come out, got to find a finish here. Just keep him straight. That's all he's got to be thinking to himself right now. And he finds the trip. That's what he needed. He will be down to a finish. Goes for the bull. Finds, it looks like an 18. That is a 98 scored. wanted the bull, but can Mike put himself on an even better one? He needs to find a triple here. No, and he doesn't stay straight. Needs a triple. Does find the triple with a third dart, so 140 remaining.
That's a good third dart. I mean, that's a crucial third dart find from Mike Parissi. Steve Krikorian, 107. A little bit of a tricky way to go. Wants the trip 19 first. Okay, so 88 remaining now. Which way is he going to go? Okay, so doesn't believe that Mike Parissi can take out. And that's what, 99 scored?
99
so
scored.
8 left. Great leave. Mike Parissi, 140. May not go. The math is saying no, but Parissi is saying yes. Oh, my goodness. Can he find another one in there? No, he can't. Wanted it. You can see how badly he wanted it. I believe that's a 70 find. Oh, especially after such a beautiful first dart. Oh,
yeah,
man.
The first dart was there, and I don't know if he was trying to go 20 or tops. I know I like to. Oh, and he busts his score with the first dart. That is not what you want to do. Basically giving the darts back to Parissi. Parissi stepping up for this 70. He decides to go for the 18, only finds 3, and Marty's favorite number, 6-7, will be down to 6-4, and he's going to go for the trip 16 here. And yeah, 48 left. Steve with another chance at this 8.
Yeah, that's a disappointing second dart for Parissi. I mean, not even able to have the bid at the bullseye. Steve Krikorian, you have to feel this double 4 is going to go here. He knows that it's a crucial find. Goes a little high, so it might be a good marker dart. Oh, my goodness, 2 marker darts. Is he building a fence around it? I believe it's inside, so he builds the fence, but he forgot to build the door.
And this is pretty much a replay of the play-in event. It's been who's going to hit the double because the scoring's been not phenomenal and the doubling's been not phenomenal. Can't see if he found it there. Doesn't look like he did. No, and he's going to be sitting with 16 left. Can Steve take advantage of the gift he was given?
No, oh my goodness, it's 2 busts in a row.
That's another bust from Steve.
Wow.
He's got to be rattled now.
But, I mean, if you're Mike Parissi, man, I mean, you've got to convert, and what a marker dart that is. Just a millimeter away, maybe even half a mil. Finds it. I mean, you can see the shake of the head. He's going, I can't believe how close that first dart was. It's just sigh of relief there, finding it with the second one.
Yeah, both these guys struggling on their doubles, so it's basically going to be who's going to be the better doubler this game. But Steve, going to look to start the scoring up better. Neither scoring has been phenomenal. But as he works his way down, tries to sneak one in, does go downstairs, doesn't find the trip 19, though.
Something about getting these guys together on the same line, the same lane, they just love to cause problems for each other. I mean, we know that these guys are fantastic players. They have a phenomenal game. Parissi has carried a near 80 average game, I think, in Fred in the opening week. He's had some stellar darts. Steve Krikorian does. But when you get these guys in a room, it just becomes so tense and uncomfortable. I think they need to hug.
You think that would be the icing on the cake? That would be what solves their problems. But Mike gonna look to do it without the hug. And as he finds a trip 1 with his first dart, got to keep these darts straighter. But like we saw with Justin, just that dangerous low segment of the 20 where you could miss wide pretty easily.
Yeah, it's been a common theme tonight, and we can confirm that the boards have not moved. There hasn't been a shift in the WPL studio. It's still regulation height, but we've been seeing a lot of low darts plague a lot of the players tonight. And it's just uncomfortable. You'd much rather miss high because you have more space to work with. And when you start missing low, you start to doubt whether or not that you have enough energy in your arm to be able to carry the dart all the way to the board.
And then not only that, it blocks the triple. But when you're a tall guy like Parissi, you can get it over the top for the 100. And Steve got to look to answer back here. Doesn't want to get broken. He almost had a chance to get broken in the first leg, and then almost had a chance to break the second leg. It's just been who wants it more, really.
Yeah, I mean, again, we saw this in the opening game with, okay, you guys can get down, but who's going to be able to keep it steady? Just like you said, Mike Parissi hovering above that red bit, wants to locate just a little bit lower. Can't find it, so 60 is found. Keeps on bringing the score down to a sub 200. Steve Krikorian all the way back at 300. Needs a big visit here if he wants to put some pressure on. Again, he's been playing a lot of darts. You just wonder how much is left in the tank here for Steve.
Yeah, he's got to start finding some scoring because Mike is able to find at least a triple here and there. Steve's not even finding that right now, which is pretty uncharacteristic of him. His scoring power is relatively good when he's able to, get in the zone and find that trip 20.
But again, think of the situation. I mean, he just got off the plane. He scrambled back here, a full weekend of darts. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀's fully rested. I mean, this is a tough test for Krikorian. I mean, he's been on his feet the entire weekend. How much do you have left? I think it would be his first trip to the finals if he manages to get this win, too.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm someone that can speak. I've traveled to a lot of dart tournaments, and it takes a lot out of you. He's able to find a trip 20 there.
Good leave.
Yeah, leaves himself a finish, but it is a taxing. Even ones that I don't fly and I drive to, it's taxing on you. When you're playing all day and then you're traveling on top of that, it's brutal on your body. And then to come in and play such a tense format like this, it's hard. So, Steve, can he overcome this? Looking to just knock it down now, as he can't finish the 120 with 2 darts, but now a 119 with 1. Probably will go 19s here. Will leave himself the ton, but Parissi with a chance for this 117.
Yeah, if I'm Mike here, I'm loving this 117. I mean, just keep the darts nice and steady. 97 going downstairs to those 19s, wants to find it, finds the trip 7. So an unlucky neighbor find there. It's when you find out the neighbors are a little quirky and weird. Not your best discovery. Goes back upstairs for the 61. I mean, I'm Mike. I'm feeling that I might have a chance to come back here. Steve has been a little wishy-washy with these near ton checks.
Yeah, but will he go tops here? He will go tops. Can he find the second one? Oh, he clatters just high. What a great bid from Steve there. But Mike's coming back for this 56.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of felt it. He knew it was going to happen. Finds the 16 going upstairs for tops. Same target. Finds it with that second dart. So Steve barely missing the tops. Clicks his hands together, and Mike clicks his dart out of the board. Says, thank you very much. I think I'm going to start first this leg.
This has been a set of missed opportunities. Both guys have had a lot of opportunities. Steve had his shot, and a great shot it was at the 100, but he didn't take it, and then Parissi punished him.
Andy Skeets in the chat saying, Larry in the house. I thought his name was Andy. I don't get it.
I also don't know, because I also know him as Andy. So we're gonna stick to this match where Mike is able to fire in a 100, and Steve is just on both sides of the triple here, and you can see the little bit of frustration, the thumbs up he gives to the camera. Can't he keep himself composed here?
Yeah, again, I touched on the very beginning of the match here. If you're Steve Krikorian, don't give away too much information to your opponent. I mean, I feed off of that personally. When I see that my opponent's frustrated, I relish that emotion because I know that I'm in your head. I'm in your head.
And then, yeah, shout out to Anthony Cromie. This is, and look at Mike Parissi with another ton, just piling on the pressure. Look, all he's got to do is hold his throw here. Steve unable to keep things straight, not playing to the standard that he normally plays at.
But I mean, again, we've talked about broken record here.
But we're going to disregard that in the sense that he's not going to use that as an excuse. He knows how he can play, and he'll play like that regardless. And another ton for Parissi, really taking control of this leg.
Yeah, no, this is the game plan 100% here. If you're Mike Parissi, I mean, you've already written it out. You've written your battle plan. Your little army guys and generals are following it to a T. Everything's fitting into those timetables. Keep on finding those big scores. Keep on marching that score down, and just let the darts do the work. The darts are the army guys.
I mean, your battle plan is just 9 darts. That's all. That's what you want.
Oh, that's real. That's not what my battle plan looks like, guys. No way.
You're not setting your sights high enough if that's not your battle plan. But Mike's sitting on a 156. Steve well out in this leg, unable to find the scoring. The fatigue looks like it's starting to settle in. Can he bounce back?
Yeah, and this is a very nice. It's a high ton check, but 156 just wants 2 in the triple 20. Not going to be able to go, but just staying straight will leave you a nice leave. Wants a ton here to leave himself 56. Can't get it done, but the 96 is also a great leave as well. There's really nothing wrong you can do aside from missing with 156 remaining.
Yeah, you just want to knock it down, get yourself close. If you catch the triples, yeah, you go for it, obviously. But you're playing a board management game of just make it as easy as possible on myself. Steve, right into the trip 20s there. Might be a little hard to sneak another one in there because it's so low in the bed. But a 100 is still better than we've seen from Steve as of the rest of this match.
Yeah, and especially in this leg, too. I mean, it's been a drought for sure. Mike, 96, 76 now. Might be a tough dart to get around with the way that the lie is on that first dart. Okay, so 56 remaining, going to be going downstairs for the setup. Yep, and that's job done there. I mean, no pressure coming from Steve. Mike knows he's coming back. 208, I mean, he's got to find something big for pressure.
Yeah, you're basically just how much pressure can I put on Mike to try to miss this and keep myself in the leg? And the 1 is not inspiring as he only finds 21. And he does find the 81, so he will be sitting at 127. But it's not quite scary enough as he's been so deadly on this tops. He's going to walk his way in. Starts high. Can he find it? Well, that's a perfect marker dart. Just has to throw it again, and he goes just low. So Steve, on a 1-treble visit now, apparently the pressure was enough.
Yeah, you could see the frustration from Mike Parissi, too. I mean, he knows. It was a close dart. It was a well-thrown dart, but it just didn't convert. And here we go again with these wayward darts causing all sorts of problems. Finds it with the second dart. 58 scored. Okay, so it's a decent cleanup job, but the first dart, a lot of frustration. Mike Parissi just wants to find one double 10 to seal the set. Needs to go upstairs to double 5. It can get a little awkward now. One more dart in hand. Can he find it? He cannot. Keeps it high. Gives Steve the lifeline that he, well, honestly shouldn't have had. 50 remainings.
The game of doubles continues as these guys have been unable to really cleanly make these finishes. So Steve, 2 darts, needs to compose himself to keep himself in this set. And he will be throwing for the set. He's shake of the head right there. He knows just how crucial that dart was, though.
Yeah, I mean, any double. Okay, Steve, with a little bit of camera action there. Sorry, folks, for all the kids watching at home. That's why we don't throw darts in bikinis.
Steve knows that was an important one. Now has to just hold throw to win, but he's got to get the scoring up because the scoring has been really good from Parissi.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Steve, you've basically lucked out on that last leg. Mike had those chances. He had you done and dusted, but he just ran out of gas. Can't afford to run out of gas here. Needs to get off to a solid start. And I mean, it's just tough if you're Mike. You can't afford to have these missed darts. Cleans it up with the third. That's a very, very critical third dart. Great find.
He's been pretty consistently finding that trip 20 now. It's just the doubles that have really been killing him. He's been getting ahead in the legs and then throwing Steve the lifeline. Steve, that low dart is tough. Yeah, and you see him clatter kind of up because that low dart is just, like I've said all night, it's a blocker.
Yeah, and it's especially hard for Steve, too, because he throws lighter darts. Yep. I mean, the darts are more likely to deflect because they don't have enough weight carrying them through to carry them through anything in the way. It's a great ton there from Mike Parissi. It's why Steve throws slimmer flights, each trying to give himself as much space as possible. But unless you throw a perfect dart, you're going to start experiencing problems.
Yeah, and you see he's not as tightly grouped as he normally is. It's a little bit of nerves, a little bit of fatigue, but is Parissi going to capitalize here? Needs to find the trip. That could be an awkward dart. It looks like he's going to move downstairs. He finds the trip 19 with his second dart. Does elect to stay there, but doesn't quite find it. So it's going to be an 84 scored for Mike Parissi.
Hey, it's enough, though. I mean, just finding one is so critical here. I mean, these last leg deciders in these sets really rattle people off. I mean, if you can't find these scores, even finding one, Steve Krikorian, perfect example. He needs to put all the pressure on this last dart, and he does. Fair play to him. But you're forcing your opponent to really push themselves to at least locate one just to keep pace. He still has a lead here.
Yeah, and these wide darts are really just making it harder for himself. So all Mike's got to do is just keep the pressure on, and he continues to find a trip with the third dart. He's just doing great to find the scoring.
Yeah, and what a take the 132 would be if he's able to find it when he comes back. 251 for Steve, 231 for Steve now. Might be an awkward dart, and that 5 certainly raises a lot of questions. Big old wrench into the machine, spilling all sorts of smoke, making all sorts of noises here. Not happy machine noises at all. Not going to be within range. 6 darts at 132. Mike Parissi wants the bullseye. May not go for it.
No, doesn't need to here. Steve not on a finish. Just play your darts. Another ton leaves you 32, but 60 leaves you 72 with your opponent not on a finish.
Yeah, and that's a disciplined way to go. I mean, obviously, if you want the showstopper way, start with the bulls, but if you find that ton knowing that you're coming back, why risk it?
But Steve in the triple, and he is able to find the ton. That is a much better grouping than we've seen, but is it too little too late?
I mean, 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 hasn't been that convincing on these doubles, working with 72 now. Okay, double 6, a weird way to go, but wants to seal it. Oh my goodness, good marker dart, just a slight adjustment needed, and he finds it. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 takes the first set, cleaning up that 72. What a take.
𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗎 Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards, accessories and apparel, to luck of the draws and events, 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗎 Darts does it all to support the community they truly understand and love. Trusted by everyone, from players just starting out to state league champions, if you need to stock up on supplies or are just looking for a good time, look no further than 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗎 Darts. Be sure to follow them on Facebook to stay up to date and tell them the WPL sent you.
Days End Tavern is Oxford's hometown sports bar. Always serving up great times, great drinks, and great vibes. Always open for the biggest games. Come for the people, stay for the dart leagues, pool leagues, trivia nights, live music, and so much more going on every week. Come as friends, leave as family. How every hometown bar should be. Head on down to Days End Tavern in Oxford today. Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. Their catalog runs deep, including custom team uniforms, embroidered corporate wear, spirit wear, and promotional items. If you want it branded, they have the tools and the people to get the job done right. So if you're looking for unmatched quality, customer service, and quick turnaround time on your project, head down to Marlboro or give U.S. Sports and Apparel a call. Again, if you're looking for gear that works as hard as you do, trust in U.S. Sports and Apparel to get the job done right. Yeah, that is some great stuff from Mike. Of all the times to find the double, that was the time to do it. And crucially, finding the trip 20 with his first dart, giving him extra darts at the double when he has been missing. So he's going to have to throw in this set to try to break Steve, and he's right back in the trip 20.
Yeah, you know, now that we have some time, I mean, that's a great second dart. Looks like he's just going to try and put more in there, but that's another solid start there for Mike. There's no weird doubles, and I find that, you know, double 11, double 6 doesn't really seem to bother these guys as much.
Nah, when you're at the level that these guys are at, you're confident throwing at any double. There's preferred doubles because if you miss, they do certain things. A big ton from Steve to get himself back in it. But when you're finding certain doubles, like, you're able to hit anything, honestly. You don't mind moving around the board. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 in the triple again. The scoring prowess has just been really good, and it looks like a 140 found. No, it's a 95. It kicked into the trip 5 there.
But I mean, he's all over it. I mean, he's hovering right around it, threatening these triples. I would say that his grouping has certainly come alive. Steve struggling a little bit. He's been kind of floating all over the place, and that could be a fatigue factor as well. Does very well with that third dart, but might be a little bit of fatigue settling in here.
Yeah, Mike's got to be real careful here. Should go 19 with his second dart, but won't. He'll stay 20, so no finish able to be left from 266. Only throws a 60, so it doesn't end up mattering. But you go 19s because if you hit two fat 20s, you can't get down to a finish. Steve, back up for 301.
Yeah, and that first start just continuing to cause so many problems. It's a pesky problem that first start's been for Steve. I think he only finds 30 there, so a very, very tough visit. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 playing with a little bit of freedom, a little bit of liberty now. Got some wind in his sails, wants to keep these things, well, finding their nice little home on triple 20 land, or island, or boulevard, wherever you want to set up shop. He's making it look easy, finds an 85, and there's really not a lot coming in terms of pressure from Krikorian.
Yeah. Parissi has just found the scoring. He's kicked it up a gear, and Steve has just not been able to find the darts that he normally has. But we say that. He finds the trip 19, does find a 133, but it's just to get him kind of back in this leg.
Yeah, I mean, fair play, great shot, but it's still not enough to even leapfrog Mike. We're working with 101 now, going downstairs to the trip 17, can't do it, so going back upstairs, maybe doing a little bit of math here.
Should go back upstairs here with 60, with, there it is.
Great.
See?
Great find. I mean, regardless, he finds the great third dart.
He had 84 to leave 24, so.
We can do math.
Yeah. I was more making sure that he was actually going to go back upstairs, because you never know. Some people like different routes.
Give us some credit, ladies and gentlemen. It gets increasingly more difficult to do math this late into the night. It's 9:30. It's not too late. And, well, that second dart just saying no to Steve, not wanting to cooperate, follow the battle plan. And now 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, well, just lining up this double 12. Should be going up here, holding his throw. Just needs to find One dart in there. Good marker dart to walk its way in. And it pulls it into inside. So back to double six. And he really seems to like double six. My goodness, it's a tricky switch to go that far across the board, but he gets it done.
I do like the sides of the board, the double 11, double six, just because it's a straight up and down double. You don't have to worry about like these diagonal kind of movements in the double 16. But Steve gonna look to battle back here now with his back basically against the wall. He's getting the walls are starting to close in for him.
𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 just kind of taking a breath now. I mean, the first set was very, very stressful for him. Really tight battle between him and Steve, but now he's just seeming to kind of find his flow. And this is the type of game that I'm pretty sure a lot of people maybe aren't too familiar with. I mean, I know that he plays for the 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗧 in Minuteman. He's a great shot. They just won states for, what, A division, correct?
But Steve in there with 2 trips. He finds the big 180, and you can see just a sigh of relief. Not even really a celebration, but like just a big 180 from Steve.
Sorry to... well, be blabbing away while he finds that 180, but what I was trying to say is 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 may not be the most well-known guy when it comes to events, tournaments, national level, but he's a decent shot, trying to get his name out there, getting qualified for the WPL, and we're just happy to see him grow as a player. And oh my goodness, is Steve on for 2 180s? No, he is not. I believe he finds a 5 with that second dart, so not bad, gets rid of the odd number. Just looking to try and, well, figure out which way he wants to go to leave himself something handy.
Yeah, Steve back into the kind of throw that were normal, is kind of normally what we see from him. He's getting it back in control. He's starting to find the scoring. Can he continue to keep it, or is the fatigue going to set in? But Mike already in the trip 20 and looking to get himself down closer to a finish.
Yeah, the nice ton there. Not enough to really put any semblance of serious pressure on Steve Krikorian, who just needs about, well, 1 perfect dart to get within decent range here. Okay, 96 remaining. Would love another one. Can't do it, but 76, that's a great leave. This is a great leg for Steve and potentially a good hold.
Yeah, this is a much better leg from Steve. And you can see it just kind of in his face that he's starting to find it. But Mike looking to put pressure on. 80 scored here. And he goes over, and he looks like it's a trip 1. Oh, no, it is the 1-3-4. So what a great visit from Mike to put pressure on Steve, but 76 for Steve. He likely will stay on the 20. He likes 36. He does, so 36 here. Oh, and he's just outside. Yeah, he's not quite able to find it. Can Mike steal this leg out from under him?
I feel like maybe that hesitation just broke his rhythm a little too much. 84 here, 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃, 64. 14. Bulls should be the way for the bullseye. For 2 legs, and, well, he pulls it way high. Not a happy camper with the way that dart flew into the board. 36 for Steve now.
So, yeah, Steve to hold throw here on one of his favorite doubles. He likes this switch. Most people don't like this switch, but he likes moving over from the 18 to the 9. It's one of his favorite finishes.
Why?
It's something I don't know why. He's just I've played against him enough that I know he's comfortable doing it. I mean, when you listen to pro darts, it's the tricky switch or the hard one because you're moving all the way across the board. But he's very confident and he's vocal about it. He's comfortable moving across to that double.
Yeah, I mean, just to that point. One of the players that I play against in the Thursday Singles League is Russ Chapman. His favorite double is double 15. I don't know why, but he doesn't miss it anytime he has it, and it's quite scary. And sometimes, just how dart is. It's all preference at the end of the day.
Yeah, you see Luke Lillard throw double 15 all the time.
Okay, but come on, guys. Come on, wait a minute.
But my point is even pro players throw at it. Even though it's not the recommended route, they still do. You know what I mean? So, Mike... ooh, clattering into the 1. I think it was a straight thrown dart that just kind of battered to the right.
Yeah, awkward dart there for sure. Steve Krikorian getting a little bit of love in the chat from Eric Rubin saying, go Steve. Been an interesting game between him and 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃. It's been close. Mike is playing with an advantage here, has 1 set in hand. Tied game here and only a 36 fine for Krikorian. So plenty of opportunity now for Mike to land a big score. Put some pressure on. Looks like he's going downstairs. Finds the big switch. Wants another one. Can't get it done. But you know what? 96, that's not a bad take at all.
So if Mike can win this leg, he's going to put a tremendous amount of pressure on Steve. Back against the wall, he won't be able to lose. Steve's going to look to have a big score here. Finds the trip 20 with his first dart. And he's just wide into the trip 5. Will probably stay there. And he does for a 95. Steve's not going to hopefully not let that happen.
Yeah, these guys have been chasing each other. This is a real even leg for both guys here. I mean, this is the meat and potatoes of the match. Mike has the hole to throw here, so he should theoretically have the advantage. Looks like he's going down for the switch. Can't grab the big trip 19. It's enough to keep it moving, but Steve Krikorian, if you can find at least one triple, take a serious advantage in this leg.
Yeah, and there it is, right in the middle of the trip 20 with his first dart. Finds the second one. Can he find the 180? No, I think it's just high for a 140, but that's going to leave a 170.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tee-up tap room 170 left over from Steve Krikorian. Great job on the finish, on the leave there, excuse me. Mike Parissi now has a lot to do here. If he wants to get within range, needs the ton, can't quite grab it. So off to you, Steve, for the tee-up tap room 170. Haven't seen it this season.
Can he get it started? First dart. No, he's going to be high. So now he's just going to lay up. He finds the second dart, though. So he's going to take a step back.
I like the pause there.
Yeah, takes the step back. And finds the trip 18 for the 134. You're going to leave it very handy.
Yeah, that is a professional level switch there. I mean, that's a professional job. No messing about. Some people would go for the bullseye there, but I like that switch. Great job from Mike to drop his score down to 104, but he likes the double 18, lining it up now. He's also comfortable with the switch if he goes inside. How many is he going to need? Okay, 2 darts in hand at double 9. Don't pull it inside, Steve.
He's pretty comfortable going over here, so we'll see. And he goes outside, so he doesn't leave himself an odd number. But Mike coming up for this 104, which is definitely not out of his range. But he's got to start finding them. So 84 left here. We'll stay on the trip 20. It's a good guy, but it's not going to go. 64 left. We'll go down to the trip 16. But we'll hit the trip 8 to leave tops.
Yeah, and if you're Steve now, don't make it awkward. Don't pull it inside. Keep it outside at the very, very least. Don't burn a dart if you don't have to. So he's going to take a breath, set it up, goes inside, so he's going to have to burn a dart now, only going to have one left, and that's a very, very nervy second dart. Down to double 4 now, wants to find it, and he pins it, I believe, with the third dart right at the bottom part of the wire. So Mike Parissi did a great job to leave himself 40, but not able to come back for the chance. And now, here we go, Steve Krikorian, critical break. Sets himself up for a potential game-winning leg.
Yeah, and he's going to be starting with the darts here. Can he get the scoring going? And it looks like that's a better dart. You see how they're sitting a little more upright than normal. And there you go. Finding that trip 20, dialing it in. Looks like a 140. Did he find? He did find the 140. What a good visit and a way to start the leg to keep yourself alive in this match. What does Parissi have to answer?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great leadoff salvo there from Steve Krikorian. Needs to find a ton here if he wants to try and keep level. Can't do it. 60 is serviceable, but again, you don't want to be falling too far behind too quickly. Steve Krikorian just wants to keep hammering away these 20s. No more left and right nonsense. He's really done a good job of cleaning up those wayward darts.
Well, that's what I've been saying. Like, it's unlike him to miss wide that many times. And again, that's part of the fatigue setting in and it's part of the frustration, but he's that good of a player that he's able to kind of adjust himself, figure out what he's doing wrong, make the adjustments.
Yeah, one of the things that we've seen a little bit less of from Steve in these legs now that he's kind of settled into the game, a little bit less frustration. Yeah, granted, he's also taking the legs as well, but, you know, if you expend energy being animated and showcasing your frustration, you kind of just get into that mindset of, oh, every time something goes bad, I have to blow up and show it. No, you don't. Focus on the game. Let your darts do the talking. Great visit there from Steve.
Yeah, he's letting his darts do the talking right now as he's finding triple after triple after triple, saying, we're going to a third set.
Yeah, and we would love to see that. The way these guys have been playing, they're playing some great stuff.
Just some really tight games. That's a loose visit from Parissi, so Steve very much in control. Going to look to finish this set off.
Nate Smith in the chat saying, who are these guys? We don't know.
We've never seen them before.
We've never seen. I don't even watch darts. We don't commentate. And those are 2 beautiful darts there from Steve Krikorian, one of the players here at the Worcester Premier League. Wants another one in the bed. Oh, excuse me. Well, one of the big switch. Still not a bad visit at all. Great stuff.
Yeah, big 150 from him to leave 51. 300 points up on Parissi right now. He should have all the tools he needs to finish this set and force a deciding set where he will have the darts.
Yeah, this is one of those legs where if, well, I know a certain Tom Ram would look at me and say, don't mess this up.
Don't give me a chance. He finds the 11, 4 tops. You think he's got to clean this one up. He's going to have plenty of visits to do so. Nice and calm, but should be okay. as long as he doesn't let the miss rattle him.
Yeah, I mean, with your opponent so far back, I don't feel like you're going to be too frustrated, too bothered at all. Maybe a little frustrating for Mike, who, I mean, the set doesn't really tell the full story. It was a closer set than the scoreline might predict, but Steve Krikorian, 3 darts in hand, double 20.
Yeah, needs to close this off now. Don't give him any more. You miss another one and it becomes real nervy. And he does find it. He's able to work his way in. We're going to a third set.
Yeah, honestly, great display from both guys so far. I feel like this game, just like the play-in, was always destined to go the distance. For some reason, whenever you put these guys in the same space, they give each other a great game. We love to see it. We know that you guys love to see it. And, well, Steve leads off here in this game-deciding set.
Yeah, who's going to hold their nerve? Who blinks first? Who's going to hit the big visit? 60 is serviceable for Steve. What can Parissi do to answer?
A quick call to action for everybody who's been following along, watching along so far tonight, guys. If you are watching at a bar, at a restaurant, anywhere, send us a photo. Tag us. We'd love to see where you guys are watching from. More of our players go to all these tournaments as Nick and I travel around, as word gets out. Wonderful darts that are being thrown here in this, well, in our neck of the woods. Beautiful Worcester, Mass. Well, you know, you never know where people are watching. We'd love to see where you guys are watching from. So great darts from Steve Krikorian. Can't find the big switch down, but that's a 99. It's a great find. You know the song, do you?
Well, considering it was only an 84, we're gonna.
Ladies and gentlemen, I continue to not be able to do math. I apologize. Sorry, folks.
Parissi in with his second dart. Can he find another to follow? No, it's going to be a 100. Good visit, though. It's just back and forth. He's a little bit ahead, but it's not quite enough. It's still in control for Steve.
I really have quite the knack for setting myself up for poor math moments, huh?
I mean, you did the math right if the dart was where you thought it was.
I'll take that.
You just thought it was a 20. It was not a 20.
There are some days where I don't even get that. So you know what? I'll take that. Mike Parissi, first dart. Again, we've started to see this a little bit more and more where it's starting to just start a little high. Starting the sequence and finds that good third dart down in that trip 19, but might need to be aware of that as this game starts to stretch out. Maybe a little bit of arm fatigue, but no one can have more arm fatigue than this guy right here. He's coming back from a busy weekend at Virginia Beach. Great find with the second dart. Wants another one, can't do it, but good darts from both guys here. Again, who's going to blink?
This is a back and forth of just scoring. Right now, Steve's got the throw, but Mike is threatening. If he can keep finding triples and say, Steve, if you miss, I'm coming for you. But look at this. Can he find it right in the middle? Oh, he just misses high. So we say only 60. It's not going to put him to a finish, crucially.
Yeah. Marooned on 187 Island. Steve Krikorian 202, 182 now. Needs to keep on working the score down. That's a real tough second dart. Again, those light darts not doing any favors, and the 22 will not lead him a finish. 180 Island, well, there's 2 inhabitants, and both guys are not thrilled on vacationing. Their vacation stays there. Don't like the package. 127 now for Mike Parissi with that beautiful first dart. 2 in there. Okay, a little bit of a pause now.
67 should go trip 17 or trip 9. We'll go for the 17, so 50 left after a big 137.
And now Steve Krikorian, 180. Again, not happy with the setup play at all. So finally in range now, you can see the little bit of the annoyance there. 160 remaining now. Not finding a lot of luck with the first 2. Can't find it with the third, so the Shanghai is left. But Mike in beautiful position to break.
Yeah, can he clean this one up? Oh, but he goes wide with the first dart. It's what we've been saying all day. Finding the fat numbers is such an important part of your game that you don't realize. But he's lining up 32 now. Oh, and he finds it. And he's going to go 1 up on the set. What a break a throw for Mike Parissi.
I mean, that was a nervy find, too. I mean, you want to talk about corner pocket. If this was pool, that thing was doing circles around the actual pocket, jumping over, and then finally going in the hole. My goodness.
Sitting on the wire about as close as you can put it to that double 8. But look at that from Mike. Can Mike continue it? The scoring power. Finds 3 straight darts, is what we say.
It's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough at this point. And Steve, he's going to be kicking himself here. He knows, okay, the bad setup play really did me in there. I need to clean up my game, keep throwing consistent darts, and critically just don't get frustrated. This game is still within reach. It's only the one leg. Mike has the advantage, but don't get in your own head.
Yeah, both of these guys just got to maintain composure, but Mike's already in there with a trip 20 with plenty of room and a guide right now. Can he sneak another one? He's not able to do so, but 100 from Mike is where he wants to be. Steve, gotta find an answer now. Gotta start keeping those darts straight. Gotta find a triple. There's the first one. He's got to work his way up. And he's not able to find it. Can he find the trip 20 with his third? No, he's not able to. So a 60, still straight darts. They're not bad. They're well thrown darts in the area they were intended to be.
Yeah, and and this also starts to be a little bit of a problem though, because if Mike keeps finding these true darts, I mean, it's going to start, well, raising a lot of hairs on the back of Steve because he's going to start panicking a little bit. Okay, some wayward darts there. It's still a decent visit. He's taking big bites out of the score. That's enough. So Steve Krikorian now, 381, needs to get himself back in this leg. First dart is a great marker. Plenty of space still to work with, and that's a brutal deflection that's going to be potentially blocking a lot of the bed depending on the angle. Can't find the switch either, and here comes the frustration. We were just talking about it. Needs to keep that in check.
Yeah, needs to rein himself in for the next leg or two. Can't let that frustration get to him. Mike looking to just keep piling on the pressure. It's his throw, so he's just got to do enough. A 41's not quite going to cut it, but it depends on what Steve's able to answer with.
Yeah, and these are crucial moments for Steve. 100 points down. Okay, you're trailing. You got broken in the previous leg. You need to start putting up some big numbers. Plenty of space still. A little bit of an awkward situation. And again, it's almost a deja vu situation. The darts were lying almost the same angle, and we saw the crucial deflection again. Unlucky.
Yeah, it's really starting to get to him now. You can tell he's just not able to keep his composure, but he's got to try to find it. He's got to try to figure it out and keep himself in this leg because he's got to break back to try to maintain any semblance of control in this match, which is all but gone at this point. We'll go back up to the trip 20 here. What needs another one? Can he find it? And it's going to be a 99, so it's not going to be a finish. So Mike Parissi's got 6 stars to take out this 164.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't like the island package, but he booked another ticket anyway. So not sure. Got to be frustrating for sure for Steve Krikorian. Mike Parissi, okay, just working his score down with 𝗦𝗲𝗃𝗀 here. 104 remaining. It's serviceable. It's within range. If Steve Krikorian finds a big visit, especially a 140 or a ton here, that's some decent questions. It's going to be, well, an easier take, but finds the crucial first dart. Oh, my goodness, and that's another awkward, poorly thrown, sloppy dart there. So just problems, pesky problems here for Steve Krikorian. Not able to find anything with that third dart either, and just trying to clean up this 104, Mike.
Yeah, Mike going to step up for this 104 here. Will likely go trip 20, and he finds it, so he's got 44 left. My apologies. 44 left for Mike Parissi, and he goes for the 12, 32. Oh, and he's just outside, so Steve, 113, this has to go.
It has to go. I feel like if he doesn't find this, the game's on the line here. This is a game deciding 113. I don't feel like Mike is going to miss if he gets to come back for it. What are you made of, Steve? Lines up for the shot here. Finds the big trip 19.
Yeah, 57 scored. He's taking a step back, figuring out his numbers. 56 left. Gotta go 16 tops or 20 double 18. But the double 18 hasn't been his friend, but it looks like he's going for the... Oh, he goes 16 for tops. 1 dart to save himself in this one. Oh, and he goes just high. He's not quite able to find it, so Parissi is getting the chance at 32, 3 darts to go up 2-0 in the deciding set. And he finds it with the first one, and you see just the fist of anger from Steve there, as what was nearly a phenomenal shot was a millimeter, a wire away from being just a great save.
Yeah,
turns into a loss.
I mean, if you're going to miss, you can't have a prettier miss than that.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's still going to hurt just as much, even if you miss by miles. It's a good ton there to get things underway here in this potential last leg if Mike Parissi can find another break. Decent start for Steve, though. He will have the advantage in this leg, just trying to give himself some extra cheer, motivate himself. Good second dart from Mike. Finds the 140 answer, so immediate pressure. Both guys know what's on the line. Mike looking to get it done now.
Yeah, Mike is not messing around. He wants to end this now. Doesn't want to have it go to this 3rd, 4th leg, or this 4th, 5th leg. But another ton from Steve. Steve is not out of this game, and if he can channel that anger into his darts and throw them with an authority, he still has a chance in this leg. You can never count Steve out. But Mike able to find another trip 20. So just relentless, a 1-2-1 from Mike. Just phenomenal stuff to really come alive in this third set.
Yeah, tower of power scoring, certainly for Mike Parissi, who has just been blowing up the center of that 20 segment. And now we might be starting to see, well, the end of the leg here for Steve Krikorian, not able to find the big switch. Mike has been making this scoring part of the game look so easy, so reliable, wants to keep it steady, and it just continues to be true. My goodness, what a time to have a leg like this. Going to have to go correct now, but finds the big trip 19. I mean, what can you ask for in this potential game-deciding leg?
Just a huge 118, gets down to a finish, and we'll see if Steve can even put himself on a finish here. Needs to find some trebles, finds the first one. So how much pressure can he put on Mike for this 1-2-2? He's just over into the trip 5. The left and right has been killing Steve today. We saw that single 12 in the last visit. That was 2 beds over, and he was like, I don't know where that was going. Doesn't feel like he's in control of his darts right now. And he finds the trip 3, so just all of the wrong trips, just not quite going for Steve. So no finish for him. Mike Parissi, 6 darts, 1-2-2 for the match.
Yeah, should be working on the 18s. No, decides to go on the 20s here. Okay, so 102 remaining, 82 remaining now. Tried to go for the bullseye to leave himself 32. So again, okay, preference there, and you're under no pressure. Stay on the 20s. I get it. I understand. But 166 now. If Steve can find a decent combination of hits here, he can put a lot of pressure on Mike. Finds the big trip 20. So 86 remaining now. Should be going for the trip 18 to leave 32. And it just goes just a millimeter wide again. Near misses. Mike Parissi for the game.
Yeah, he's going to walk up, try to take this 80. Got to keep him straight. But the first dart's in the trip, so he's got 2 match darts at double 10. Can he clean it up? He's just outside. Is it blocking him, though? Oh, no! He's well inside. That is not what you want, leaving himself 5. Steve, can he clean up an 82 here?
That's such a tough dart there from Mike. I mean, you could see the immediate reaction when he threw the dart. He immediately knew 82 now, down to 17. Oh, excuse me. Yep, 17 for tops. My math is correct. Wow. Wants it, double 20, and it just goes low, a little hop, skip, and a jump, but no double for you, sir, as Mike looks to try and clean this up.
Yeah, he's got to clean up the 5 here, but you got to hit the fat number. Hits the fat number. 4 left, double 2. 2 more match darts for Mike. He goes inside. I think he likes the top of the board better anyway, and does not clean it up. Steve, just to keep himself alive. Reminder, this is Steve's throw, so that was for a break of throw to win the match.
And this is certainly a nervy defensive throw. The walls are starting to crumble. There are enemies at the gates. Needs to find the double 10. Gets it done. Breaks the siege. Mike's going to be kicking himself again, knowing that he was so close. So many match darts there to get the job done. Not able to convert. And here we go again.
Steve's got to hold his nerves here. He can do the scoring. He's just got to start finding it. Parissi gave him the out in that leg. Is he going to give him more chances? And it's only a 41, so the door is open. Steve needs a break here.
Yeah, I mean, he needs a big-time break. I mean, for Mike, especially with the power scoring that we saw in the previous leg, for him to start the leg with a poor visit, going to be, well, quite tantalizing here for Steve Krikorian. If he can navigate his way down to a triple, can't get it done. Again, these near misses, those thin points on those soft-tip converted darts, just not squeaking in. And here's another awkward first dart going downstairs for the switch, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, problems are starting to creep into the throw of Mike. Can he keep it together?
Yeah, and this might be a mental kind of boon for Steve here, as he's seeing his opponent start to flounder, and now he's going to pick it up and say, hey, I'm not out of this match yet. And as he finds the trip 20 with his first dart, a little high on those second 2, but he keeps them straight. The 100 is definitely good enough in this scenario.
Yeah, it's certainly more than enough. And again, Mike's not out of it just yet. He's less than 100 points behind Steve, so one good visit can put him right back in this leg. Needs to find it now, though. 60 is just not going to be enough. Yeah, you're keeping pace, but if Steve continues to find at least one triple, this can start to run away real quick.
Yeah, and we're seeing almost a repeat of what we saw in the play-in, where going down to what could be a final leg, and that is quite the click, and I don't think it did touch, so we do have a 60 there, but an acrobatic 60 at that.
I don't think I've ever seen a dart land like that before. I mean, if you wanted to build a statue to darts, that's what it would look like. And he did that naturally. What an artist.
What an artist. 55 for Parissi. Steve is going to have quite the lead going into this visit. Oh, and that one is really wide. And you see him kind of shake the head, but he finds the 36. And he doesn't work his way all the way over. And he's not able to find it, but still a 61. A weird 61, but a 61.
I mean, there's ways to get it done, and there are unconventional ways to get it done, and that was one of the weird ways. So, Mike, again, if he can find a big score here, but he's just building a fence and blocking his way. And just reporting from the studio that there was a massive bug somewhere in this studio.
It's a ladybug.
Oh, it's a ladybug. It's a massive bug.
Oh my God.
It's ginormous. It's a man-killer bug in the studio. So getting back to the game here, unfortunate third dart. The ladybug got in the dartboard. It's blocking his view too.
Yeah. So not down to a finish. Mike with a ton can leave a finish here, but needs to raise that up. That first dart being low is not where he wants. He's now got to go over the top. The move there was not it. A 57 was not going to leave him a finish. I don't agree with that visit there.
Yeah, and this is, but again, Steve had a really big advantage at one point in this leg. And now this gap has come down quite considerably. That second dart's going to do a lot in the favor of Steve's direction now. 65 scored.
1-1-2.
Okay, 1-1-2 remaining. Finds the big third dart. So excellent shot there from Krikorian, putting himself down. Mike Parissi, 201, needs to put the pressure on now. Again, it's been a nervy battle between both guys. Needs to find something here. Can't do it. He's down, but it's not a lot of pressure for Steve.
Yeah, 52 here. We'll probably go 12 tops, as he does. He's going to have 2 darts to level this and gain the throw to win the match. And he goes low with his first, but double 10 has been his friend. And he goes just outside. Won't be that concerned. He's not thinking Parissi's going to take this 1-4-1 out, but who knows?
Yeah, 1-4-1. It's, again, in the repertoire from all these guys on the right type of day. It's not going to be the day here for Mike, whose second dart trickles into the 1. I believe it's, well, there are good times for breakfast and there are bad times for breakfast. And I think at 10 o'clock at night, it's nothing but indigestion coming your way, buddy.
Yeah, that is not the visit he wanted. So, Steve, looking to wrap this leg up and take control of the set. Got to steady himself. And he goes high, so double 4 left. And he does compose himself. Just the ability to compose yourself after missing high like that and to battle all the way back to a final leg, crazy stuff.
Yeah, what a showman double-double. I know it wasn't planned, but just like in the play-in, we go the distance. This is literally a repeat of what we saw to qualify for Season 4, where Steve ultimately fell in the end. It was a close battle, but a lot more experience for both guys this season. Good 70 send-off here for the start of the leg for Steve. Mike looking to follow with something a little bit bigger of his own. Scoring was real good just about 2 legs ago, and it kind of dried up a little bit. So trying to find it, finds the big ton. We're going to have a race here.
So if you're Steve, how much is the play-in playing in your head right now? That this is the exact scenario you were in the first time. In almost exactly this scenario where you had the throw and everything, and we're back here again.
I mean, some things in life never change. And between Mike Parissi and Steve Krikorian, we're always going to get a good game. But for Mike, I don't even think he's thinking about it. For Steve, I think it's a little bit of a factor. These are big points on the line. That's a big visit there punched in for Mike. I don't think these guys are thinking that far back. I think they're just thinking ahead of, I need the points now.
That's the focus you got to have. Think about the game that's in front of you. And Steve, what a move down to that 19, and it just clatters wide. It was a well-thrown dart. He does decide to stay there, so 83 scored. Is it enough?
I mean, it's close. It's too close to call. Mike, I feel like the onus is all on him right now. He needs to keep these darts straight. We've seen Steve struggle with some wayward darts, and right as I say that, Caster's curse, that might be a game-breaking 45 here if Steve can find something big of his own. Gonna have to rely on all these darts being true. First dart does not go true. Second dart is a beautiful correction. Gonna be going down or can't find the big switch. But again, it's so close to call.
Yeah, and a ton needed from Parissi here to put himself on a finish. He wants to be first to a finish. and put all the pressure on Steve, but the 1 is not going to get it done. Goes to the 20. Can he find it? Can he sneak? He sneaks a trip 20 in there, which does not leave him a finish, but crucially keeps him in this leg.
Yeah, it's at least even. And Steve was in this situation before, and he kind of butchered it. Didn't find a great visit. I believe he found 22 last time he was around here, but will find 2 big 20s. Wants to keep it steady. I think he finds 60. Yeah, that's enough to get himself down to a reasonable out. 𝗦𝗃𝗄𝗃𝗃, big opportunity now to leave himself handy. Needs to find at least 1 triple if he wants to put serious pressure on. Finds it. Should be going downstairs now. Finds the 99. That's exactly what he needed.
Yeah, 76 left for Parissi. 144 for Krikorian. Can the doctor take this out? Got to keep himself alive here. And he's not going to do it after the first dart. And he stays on the 18s. Will likely just stay there to look for it. Yeah, he looked for it. Finds the 54. 90 left. But Mike going to have the first crack at this. Got to keep the darts straight. Just keep your darts clean. Finds the first dart. Will he go 16, 4 tops? And he will have 1 dart for the match. Can he take it? No, he misses low. So Steve coming back for this 90, gonna go 20s. Can he take the opportunity given to him?
And what a way to win the match this would be. Again, you cannot afford a miss. Finds 120, is gonna stay there for the potential bullseye leave, for the bullseye for the match. No, he pulls it just high, 65 pounds. So Mike, oh my goodness, is this for the game?
What a back and forth this is, but he's got to take this opportunity. Nervy darts here, and he finds it with his first dart. So we have 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 in the final. What a match this was.
I mean, crucially, a repeat of the play-in, but I feel like Steve he had such a good look at that bullseye. Didn't miss by much. Fair play to Mike, though, under all the pressure to convert on that dart. What a game.
𝗬𝗏 Tap Room is the hub of darts in central Massachusetts. With close to 30 dartboards to play on and the biggest Friday luck of the draw around, you're guaranteed to see some friends or make some new ones every time you stop in. Additionally, 𝗬𝗏 Tap Room hosts many Worcester Dart League and Minuteman Dart League teams in all divisions, making it fun and inviting for a wide range of players and skill levels. If you're looking to develop your game, why not try and play in one of the many weekly leagues from cricket to long format 501? You're going to grow as a player and have fun doing it. So if you're serious about darts, stop by 𝗬𝗏 Tap Room as soon as you can. Say hi to Todd and Doreen and the rest of the staff. They'll be sure to take good care of you. 𝗬𝗏 Tap Room, 70 James Street in Worcester. See you there.